Hello, everybody. Welcome to Doug's Thoughts. I'm your host, Doug Robbins, and this is a podcast by a creative writer for creative writers. I want to talk to you today. I want to talk to you today about the remake of Halloween by Rob Zombie. It's a niche movie. Um, when you think of the 1970s and you think of movies that everybody has seen that aren't even necessarily horror fans, uh, Halloween, Exorcist, Amityville Horror. I'm gonna say Jaws, although I don't. I think it's an action adventure. Um, but the people that live for the beach are like, "Oh, it's a horror movie." Okay, just like people will say Alien as a sci-fi. That ain't no horror movie, but that ain't the point of this video. This is just literally the movies everyone's seen in horror: The Exorcist, Amityville, Halloween, Jaws. Even people that ain't necessarily horror fans. Okay. Now, at the time, yeah, there were people that were like, why would you make that kind of movie? And that's trashy and that, blah, blah, blah. Again, take my wiener and lick it. That's not the point of this video. The point is, uh, one of my dad's friends that he worked with, when he saw, he's like, he's not approved by any means, but the language was too much in that one. And I agree. It's like if one or two characters, like Ronald's nasty, the bully's nasty, or the crude trucker, Joe Grizzly, one or two characters that are gross. Everybody had a filthy mouth in that, and it was too much like sexual innuendo. Because again, there's a sex scene in the original Halloween. There's a scene where it's like the only reason she babysits is to have a place, you know, friendly chiving their friends. Not everyone talking gross every other moment, just being a dirtbag. Because it's not realistic dialogue at all, and it just comes off amateurish and stupid. Um, because the violence itself, a lot of people think, hey, Michael's 6'8", Michael is a badass. Um, that movie gets ruined, folks. You don't give, at least for me, I don't give a shit about Dr. Loomis in that movie. And that's a shame because him and Michael kind of carry the original and the original series. But the remake, both remakes, Halloween Ends, Halloween 3 are the Halloween movies that aren't made for everybody. Um, there's got to be sympathy. And the fact that we don't empathize with that version of Laurie, really, we kind of empathize more with Michael than anyone else, which is kind of like the Halloween Ends route, which is fine. But there's a reason why there's much less appreciation for those movies than some of the others. Um, and again, Ends to me is a much smarter version of the remake because the remake is where it goes wrong is just is the trashiness. Every character is exactly the same. They cuss more than what's necessarily necessary. Every other moment is some dumbass sexual innuendo. It it's not realistic. You know what I mean? Um, it's an intense movie, and when you make it that intense, it's only going to connect with a niche part of the market. Which again, if it was just the intensity, that'd be fine. But the language, every other moment, you know what I mean? Like it's very. I'm trying to be a rebel for the sake of rebellion. It's like the Terrifier movies. Only I will give credit to the Rob Zombie Halloween movie. Terrifier just straight movie for white trash, honestly. Um, I'm sorry, they're strip a woman naked and cut her down the middle like that, and then fucking in the second one, grabbing mom's hair and just, I mean, well dead and still, cutting off a guy's who hacker. I'm sorry, that's for white trash. Um, that's just straight up garbage. You know what I mean? You're not being cool and edgy. You're being, I say white trash. Just come on, come on. White trash is funnier. If I had to say trash, not as funny as white trash. There's got to be artistic merit to whatever's being made. And if you wanted a more realistic Halloween, congrats. But everyone talking like a moron, everyone being cussing more than needed, being raunchier than needed, that's not realistic, and that just makes it amateur and dumb. So thanks for watching and have yourselves a great day.